Movements grew smoother, joints loosened, and muscles and tendons were relaxed. I sat before the mirror, and in the mirror appeared a high green fence, and there was something blue inside. It took a while to tell what the blue was. It was a bunch of hominid figures with 6 heads apiece. And eventually, the green filled the room. And the mirror stand, the part with the mirror and the little bits to the side, was filled with that blue. And when I didn't see the furniture and such in the room, like an analgesic storm over me. Bounce, bounce. The euphoria flowed with its powerful feelings. And the colors mixed. And finally, I saw a mesh of different colors with curved and pointy particles. Kind of like the ends of twigs or something, but more so. We find out where on Lord Raglan's ladder that Prince Aqhat and the magic bow lies compared to Elimelech's Aqhat, son of Daniel, and why the changes in style and such. Now, when it refers to Anath, we see some correlations, and we see how some things may have crossed over. Now, some terms don't appear to be self-designations for the people. Palestinian, Canaanite, Phoenician, these don't appear to be terms that these people in ancient times used for themselves, particularly other than the Phoenician, which is, the purple people, because they made all the purple dye. Other than that, the other two have a touch of an insult to its name, and that would be an issue. We see here in the listing of some stuff about the costumes and some issues with that. And if glow sticks don't cost more and it's not going to leak wax on your head, it certainly does make sense to do that instead of carrying candles on your hat. Some things that were not done that could have been done in Lord Raglan's ladder is driven from the throne and city prescribes laws, for a time reigns uneventfully, becomes king, he marries a princess. On reaching manhood, he returns or goes to his future kingdom, reared by foster parents in a foreign country. He is spirited away, and an attempt is made to kill him at his birth, often by his father, and often a near relative of his mother. Is the king, okay, or who's supposed to be the father. The glossary of terms is helpful, but it doesn't include what some of the names mean, and you don't really have any clue about the spelling, so you can't find out anything further what is intended directly oneself. The bibliography is certainly of the best that would have been available at the time. There are some things that could have been included. Versions that aren't the oldest version of these are included in the bibliography. And that's important because sometimes you're quoting for the same page number. So some of the stuff listed may be public domain by now. There's some brief thought about why the different myths change into different forms as the culture progressed or went through different stages of how it played out as a general type of society. The myth of sacred marriage and such, it is put more of a Conan sort of style to it, but there were different versions of stories and stuff going about, so it's not too, per se, out of the stretch of the culture to say that there might be a more graphic version of some aspects of the story. And some things were left out, but there are some gaps, you could say, in the story because some parts of it were missing. And as far as I know, there's not anything to complete them. And of course, the retelling is in the format that you'd expect from the Ordo Templi Astartes, the Church of Hermetic Sciences, that it's following along with the cyclical and linear aspects of the cosmos in a way that puts the magician in the center of his own universe. So it's sort of like the Feraferia thing, but more personally empowering as a science, per se. And of course, this is in the context of something Near Eastern versus something more European and more strictly neo-pagan in its origin. You're going to want to use materials and stuff that you can put together easier and take apart easier, and something that could be portable.